to survive. For that day, we see new life. I give my life, not for honor, but for you. In my time, there'll be no one else. Crime, it's the way I've lied to you. I'm still in a dream, snake eater.
And welcome back, fellow travelers, to the season finale of Fast Travel, where we have headed to New York City. We've had OG Happy Dude running Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Turtles in Time, and we just finished Just Phase's run of Spider-Man, the first movie game. Of course, if you missed out on either of those runs, you can catch them on the GDQ YouTube channel about a week from now. So yeah, head over to youtube.com/gamesdone quick and consider subscribing so you see when all of the videos go live. And of course, from there you can go back and you can check out any Hotfix show, any of the main events. It's all there, archived, ready for you to enjoy. But anyway, now we move on to our final game of this US episode. Anyone who knows me will know that my background in speedrunning comes from the Metal Gear series. So any opportunity to get a Metal Gear game onto Fast Travel is something that I absolutely love to do. So here to run Metal Gear Solid 2 Sons of Liberty is Bracken. Welcome to Fast Travel.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for having me. My name is Bracken, or you can just call me Tyler. I'm being joined today by Joseph Joestar as a commentary.
Hey, I was just in here last week, commentating, the last MGS2 run, and I'm thrilled to be back once again.
Yep, we have MGS2 again, but this time HD, which, to be frank, there'll be some differences here and there, but you'll have to wait and see. So the first thing to talk about for the run, the most important thing is previous. That'll help enable us to do certain strategies, and we do not want the radar on because we are going to attempt to go for Big Boss. We may not get it, but we're going to attempt, and even if we fail it, we're going to still play as if we are going to get it. So, and another thing, I know that these save files say 812. I can explain. I was playing this on the Japanese version, and I had to redo my save file, so I had to remake all these saves. So I am prepared, but this looks like I'm not prepared. So we're just going to do a plant clear to do New Game Plus. Take her through plants. Of course, European Extreme, hardest difficulty. No radar. And not game over if discovered. And are y'all ready to go?
Yeah,
Let's
I'm ready.
do this.
All right. Going to start in 3, 2, 1, go.
Let's go!
After the end of World War II, the world was split into two. Oh wait, that's a different game.
So starting off here, the first thing we're going to be doing is going to the left-hand side, and you're seeing me waste a lot of ammo here. That's mostly going to be for setting up a skip that we'll be doing after Olga to get to the bottom of the tanker ship a lot faster. And to do that, we need a throwable magazine, or I'm actually going to be picking up a chaff grenade here as well. So you'll see me take some damage here. The interesting thing about European Extreme is that for most of the bosses, you die in one hit anyway, so you can kind of be very aggressive in terms of actually going through the rooms and like taking damage. Ideally, I won't take another hit here, but you can just use that as like, essentially, I can take up to 3 bullets from regular guards. But Olga kills me in one shot no matter what, so it won't really matter my health value here. Just quickly going through the rooms. This is going to be a bit of a breeze. Kind of like the introductory to this game, kind of like the tutorial level. It's going to teach us about cameras. We're going to go into this locker, grab the chaff grenade here.
Surveillance camera.
And we're gonna see another one. Little traction shot at the wall. The guard's gonna go and look at it. And we have exactly 4 bullets left, which is perfect because 4 headshots completes Olga. I see a mysterious figure outside. We're just gonna... Hopefully she's gonna go towards the left-hand side. If not, it'll be okay. Just I won't be able to showcase a fast strat for this fight. Oh, and she does. Okay, good. See if she behaves.
Oh, there she goes.
Yeah, so essentially, if she goes to the left, you can have it set up to where you can do this little loop here. So the small little stutter step was actually kind of dangerous because that can kind of throw it off a little bit. Sometimes she can just decide not to loop, but thankfully right there she did. And I did waste the last 4 there, so I did acquire 1 magazine.
That was,
and now
really
we have
nice. Well done.
Thank you. And now that we have the USP, we can actually finish the tanker chapter, which the one obstacle is the IR sensors, and that's the one thing that we actually need. And I'm just gonna quickly go to it. Throughout a lot of the game, you'll see me do menus typically whenever I'm doing movements, either up and down stairs or like with like right later during like a cartwheel section. So trying to optimize to not waste as much time and like stop my momentum. Shooting the ceiling here gives me a great visual in terms of just running straight through the room. It's pretty nifty. Same thing in this room, just gonna shoot the wall and then it'll alert this guy and I'll be able to just run through. And here is Prozac skip. You want to explain that one, Joe?
Yeah, sure. So the Prozac skip is Snake's method of being able to clip through doors, you know, that are not normally accessible. You know, like in the plant as Raiden, we could do a punch kick while leaning up against the door, where Snake's kick animation doesn't allow him to reach that loading zone behind the door. So what we do in its place is the Prozac skip, which is lining up against the door, throwing in items such as a magazine clip, a chaff grenade, a stun grenade, and, you know, Snake's throwing arm animation when you turn into the door will touch the loading zone, and the game's like, hey, you made it through the engine room, even though we, well, technically didn't. But it's named after the runner that discovered that skip, which is Chewable Prozac. Which also works in Twin Snakes, by the way.
Yes, it actually has a lot more uses. Well, actually, I think there's just many uses in this game as well, but Twin Snakes, it was pretty huge as well.
Two major uses in Twin Snakes.
Yeah. A little distraction there for that guy.
Yeah, one thing I forgot to mention at the beginning is that for our viewers, anytime you guys see the guard's exclamation point, feel free to spam that in the chat. You know, it's always a blast to see it.
A little safety ammo back here. Unfortunately, during that Prozac attempt, I did take some damage, so I'm gonna have to play this a little bit safer. But thankfully, in like this next boss fight coming up, it's kind of predictable on like where you can get hit, so it's just a matter of executing it well and playing safe. So I'm gonna hide behind this box here and then just pop down whenever I need to. Oops. That's why I grabbed the ammo in case I have some aiming issues, which I am, unfortunately.
Oh, that guard in the back is really being a jerk. Oh,
Yeah.
there he goes.
Bit on the slower side, but that's okay. Now, I know I said I'd be going for Big Boss, but trust me, these are not kills. For whatever reason, the cutscene cancels out these guys being counted as kills, and it's just faster by about 8 seconds to actually do that, so they don't count. Even though they probably should, but, you know, 2001 game code.
I didn't see anything.
No, they looked alive when that cutscene triggered.
Oops.
Worse yet, so do a number of rogue states.
Oops. I was in trouble with this earlier. Essentially, I'm trying to equip the camera while going on the ladder here. Allows me to just go all the way down.
Oh, there it goes.
Unfortunately, I was a bit slow with it, so wait for this guy a little bit. All right. So these rooms are pretty simple. This one I'm going to have to change the projector to the other side of the room, help a couple guards.
The blind Russian nuclear proliferation will be contained. Freeze. And it will be the Marine Corps
And now we have to take 4 pictures of Metal Gear. Thankfully, though, we can kind of cheat a little bit and do it from 2 different spots where this will count as the Marine lettering for whatever reason.
nations building up their own
And then we go over here and take 2 more pictures, and then we'll be done.
strategy.
The game wants you to do it from,
The light of
4 different spots, and earlier on, in like the old MGS2 speedrunning, you would do it from 3 spots, but later on figured out, hey, we actually do it from 2.
I
One day we can
definitely
get one
saw the logo. I mean, for
Yeah,
sure.
it-
It's gonna
exactly.
come in clear as day.
So,
Yeah, let me see. Yep. Look, it shows up really well. Can you guys see it? Because
Oh yeah, man, it's right there.
oh,
exactly.
oh, those Marines are not going to be happy.
Yeah, they're not. All
Yeah,
right.
so the
now,
funny thing about the oh yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I was gonna say the funny thing about the camera with MGS2 when they ported this to HD collection is that it's going from a 4:3 format to a 16:9 format. So the camera hitbox detection on the logo is much wider than intended. So we can, just essentially take it from a couple of different areas that are clearly not like looking at the lettering itself. Hence the 2-spot photos. And Raiden, you okay?
yeah, I mean, Raiden has new movement in playing chapter compared to Snake, and this guy's just kind of out of it. So we'll leave him be and just continue on with our day. Now,
Yeah,
while that does not really save any time, there is a task level strat that you can, after you get to this screen, go back, swim, and then hit the elevator load zone. If you do it perfectly executed, you can save exactly 1 second. So, not exactly worth it.
I've genuinely never seen that swim glitch before.
Really?
That was brand new to me.
Oh, yeah. I always try and showcase whenever I can because it's just funny. I mean, you lose time because of the codec and then, swimming, but I mean, it is funny, yeah.
Yeah, I think the first time I ever saw it was when you actually ran HD collection for the first time at a GDQ. Like, you did that same swim glitch and it just blew my mind.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly, yeah.
I'm under enemy fire.
So, unfortunately, in the plane chapter, starting off, we don't have any weapons, so we're kind of bare bones here. So we're just going to have to sneak around here. I'm just going to choke that guard out and distract these guys to just go all to the south end of the room. And unlike Snake in the Tanker chapter, who starts off with the M9 and then gets the USP, we're going to be in the opposite order. We're going to get a lethal weapon first and then get the non-lethal one later, which will cause some issues dealing with guards, especially whenever we have to do the big thing of the plan chapter to start off with, which is bomb disposal.
Yeah, like the bombs vary based on not only on difficulty, but the new game plus or new game plus file status, which the majority of the time we run this on new game plus. It gives us a little bit more of a favorable pattern in strut D, but it can also vary depending on the way how you route bomb defusal itself. But the main thing to note on European Extreme is that some struts have multiple bombs, like strut A, E, D, and then with A, it's in 2 different levels, the rooftop and one in the pump room.
Who's that? Enemy sighted. Requesting backup.
Yep, and then right here we're going to meet Blitzkin, totally not Solid Snake. And he's going to give us a SOCOM pistol.
I mean, I don't know, maybe he's a long-lost relative of Snake. I mean, he kind of looks like him, sounds like him. He's got his hairstyle.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that if I were you.
Oh, all right. Sorry. Guess I'll be on my way then. My bad. Just testing him.
I had no idea you were gonna do that.
I just thought about it just now, to be honest. I'm gonna grab this ammo. So the route that I'm gonna be doing is called conveyor route, which basically, traditionally you would just go through every single strut, and then they have these bridges connecting each of them, essentially. But in order to save some time, we're going to skip that because we have a parcel room, which if you get the box, famously in like a lot of like Metal Gear games, you can use that to like teleport to like other areas. So we're gonna actually use that to skip a decent amount of bridges here. So we're gonna grab 2 boxes, one in strut A and another on the top of strut E.
Yeah, I believe the conveyor belt routing was, I don't know if it originated on very easy on PC back in the day. Like, people were just trying to figure out more ways to save time on very easy until someone figured out, hey, we can climb on the conveyor and equip the box and, you know, warp into 2 different places at the right time. And, you know, and if you do it perfectly, it actually does save you quite a bit of time. But I think it varies if it's on console versus a PC.
Freeze.
Oh, there he is. So yeah, because we don't have the M9, dealing with these guards and like having them be knocked out is a bit of a pain. You kind of have to either knock them over and leave the room or hit them where it hurts. And sometimes it's a little bit tricky. There's bomb 1 in the restroom. Now we're just gonna kind of backtrack here to where we were previously. Thread B, there's one behind this little door coming up here. And now there's suddenly guards here as well, so we have to worry about that. But thankfully, we won't even be interacting with them at all. They're kind of like off to the side area. And with the coolant spray, there's going to be some interesting things coming up here soon that have some unintended consequences because it forces us into first-person view.
Who is that? Ow.
Oh, that guy is also fine. Don't worry, he's fine. He's just going for a swim.
I mean, I didn't see a kill happen. I mean, it was just an unfortunate accident.
Yeah. Yeah, the way that the game works is essentially if like you can't interact with the body and it somehow falls off of a railing or something, then it will not be a kill. Same thing in like engine room for going in like to the like dark abyss below, which is just the bottom of like the ship. For some reason that also does not count, but if you can interact with it, then yeah, then it's a problem. But thankfully that'll be the last fake casualty though.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna say I get asked about that all the time on, you know, how that guard that falls over the bridge and the one that gets, or like the last 3 at guard rush, like how they not count as kills, and it's all things I probably would have asked at one point in time myself, like playing this game growing up, like what things you could actually get away with, including defusing the bomb on the other side.
Yeah, this is not intended. Because of the bomb placement and because of the actual trajectory of the coolant spray, you're actually able to do it from behind like that. That is definitely not intended.
I mean, it could have been. It's just they overlooked it.
Exactly. So this is going to seem kind of slow because I'm having to do all this work, but it'll be a blessing later on whenever I'll be able to skip a lot of these bridges.
Yeah, so those are the 2 cardboard boxes that Bracken was talking about, where box 1's gonna transport him to strut C, and then box 3 will be. Okay, I was actually on the edge of my seat on if you're gonna make it out of there in time.
I was pretty close.
Yeah, and then box 3 will transport him back to strut A, but like on the stairwell, like off to the left.
All right, let's see if I get lucky here.
I believe.
It's the enemy. I need help.
Yes, there's a small chance there after the chaff throw that guy will just miss, but 9 times out of 10 he'll most likely hit you.
Oh, the timing on that chaff grenade.
Yeah, it's very tight. It's like you don't have any more time to spare for that.
It's actually the one downside to running this on HD Master Collection is that when they ported this game, the timer for detonation was also affected because of it, because it went from running at like 50 hertz to 60 frames per second. So the time of detonation went up as a consequence. So it makes that chaff in strut F incredibly scary. I've had it go off anyway because it's that close. But you know, it's unfortunately really the only the only way that we can think of like trying to get through strut F quickly. Also, my favorite guard in the game's coming up.
Is it that guy?
Well, I don't know because we didn't get to hear him say his name, but
Oh, well.
it was.
Sorry, Joe. Sorry. I didn't know.
It's fine. It's just a funny thing whenever people watch me run this game is that whenever you hold up that particular guard, it'll actually say "Bo."
And after a certain amount of bombs, Rose will call you back saying, "Do you remember the day that we met?" So that's a scripted codec call that will happen after X amount of bombs have been defused. I think it's whenever you have, I guess it's 2 left. Because I got this one and then I've got Strut D, yeah.
I like how Rose has got our priority sorted.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's like the perfect thing to follow up with. Like, oh yeah, babe, you know, I'm almost done with the bombs. It's like, oh yeah, you remember the day we first met? It's like, what?
I don't have time for this. And now that there's 1 set of bombs left, we get that long codec call from Stillman. I'll grab these stuns now while I can. And here's the last box to get, box 3. Now we're gonna go back. So because we're already having to go back anyway, and the conveyor belt's right here, we can immediately go to Strut C, which is where we can get to Sensor B. So just have to be a bit careful here. Don't want to get shot.
Who's that?
As long as you enter the box, as soon as it's like they see you, then you'll be able to avoid taking damage from most cars in this game. Because as soon as they see the box, they will run away for whatever reason.
Yeah, so fun fact, like you actually can use that conveyor system casually by stepping up on a platform, equipping the box, and it brings the whole conveyor belt system to a halt. And then it shows you as the player hopping on, and you just kind of go around the conveyor system. But by stepping on that ledge on a rather specific angle, we could just step right up, walk, or practically run over the conveyor itself, and just go right to the exit chute. And oh, okay, there you go.
I was hoping he wouldn't do that, but that's okay. This room is very difficult to actually do fast, and because of the safety of, you know, trying to just do this run cleanly, and also just I don't want to take a whole lot of damage, I just kind of took out all the guards. But this is probably the hardest room in bomb disposal. Very fast, that is.
Yeah, I've lost runs in here and in Strut F like all the time.
Mm-hmm. All right, now we want to switch to box 3 so we can go to Strut A.
Who's there?
And now that all the bombs have been dealt with, we're gonna get a countdown to defuse the last bomb that's in the bottom of Strut A, where we've begun.
Yeah, so as it turns out, all the Sensor A bombs were all like decoys that were meant to be found in order to activate the rail bomb, which is the Sensor B bombs that Stillman came up with, which uses a sound beacon to locate it, whereas the Sensor A bombs give off some kind of like a like cologne signature, which is able to be displayed on the Soliton radar. And just like that, right back in Strut A. So that is the advantage for running conveyor, is that instead of getting the final codec with the countdown, like say like at the BC connecting bridge and then working your way back from there, we could just get it from the it's the DE connecting bridge.
Yeah.
And it just go into the conveyor room and then warps you right into the stairwell, right, giving you access to the elevator. And I think a console, if you do everything perfectly, meaning like no mistakes on the conveyor, it's like a I think it's like 15 seconds faster than going like the conventional route.
You know, Metal Gear speedrunners, we are very accurate with how much time save is to be had. Just like Stillman cutscene, right?
Well, I mean, the Stillman tutorial thing feels like an eternity. I don't even know like how long it is.
All right, this is kind of an anti-boss. I'll let Joe explain this because this one's kind of weird.
All right, so this is our first quote-unquote like boss fight, which it's a boss fight we can't really win, but we just have to endure it. You know, so you got Fortune with a railgun. So not only does she double tap, you know, very you know, quickly with the weapon, but at the same time, you know, Bracket's health is, well, it could survive a hit if he had to, which I'm sure he doesn't, but we don't want to get hit in European Extreme because there's no rations to recover from any damage we take. However, we have the next best thing, which is iframes. That's right. We peek out with our weapon, looking all swag, farming those aura points, and we can just, you know, lean, peek out with the weapon each time. It gives us brief iframes. You know, other methods of handling this could be done, you know, with either the cardboard box, where you just go side to side with the box because you can't really lock onto it when you're in the box, or you could just do the, you know, the SOCOM peek. And that was Fortune.
Yep. Just a glorified auto-scroller that can be slowed down. It's just we can't really speed it up. And that's why you saw me emptying my SOCOM ammo earlier. Sorry, go on.
Oh, I was going to say, like, there actually are, like, some ways of speeding it up, but it's a little bit risky.
Yeah, and the time save is not that great. It's like maybe 5 to 8 seconds at most.
Yeah, I mean, it's stuff I would usually see, like, on, like, very easy runs where you're really trying to, like, maximize every time save in, like, every room that you're in. Oh, that was rude. He opened up the door for you.
I'm sorry. I mean, I'm in a rush. I gotta go fast.
I couldn't resist.
I've always loved the way that as soon as you equip the box, the guards run away from you. It's like they're scared of the box.
Yep. Like, oh no, anything but that.
I mean, if I saw someone coming up from around the corner and saw a box just appear out of thin air, I'd be terrified too.
Oh no. This is fine. I just have to take damage. Okay. I just didn't want to take a continue there, because if I take a continue, I have to go all the way back to Shredder. So, Big Boss is unfortunately ripped, but what's important is that we survived.
Yeah, and even more important is that the backup team that comes in, there's one of the guards that has a shotgun, which is a one-hit kill on this difficulty. But, you know, it's fine. Ah, yes, fan favorite, which is our glorious bomb enthusiast, Fatman. He's got a bomber suit on. He's got rollerblades. He also drank out of wine with a sippy straw. You know, and he likes to do the little shuffle. I mean, what's not to like about him, other than the fact that, well, he can plant bombs and just, you know, ruin our day with Oh, there we go. Oh, nice. Yeah, I forgot you could do this.
Yeah. The last Black Claymore we picked up earlier.
I love how many different strats there are for Fatman across the different difficulties. It's so cool to see.
Oh yeah, like there's one on very easy that Platonic guy does that's like out of this world insane. Like how quickly he just gets the headshots on Fatman. Okay,
that was close. That was close.
Yeah, I mean, if he bonks into right at that HP, he might be able to take one hit, but, you know, it could be deceptively, you know, big in terms of damage. So, yeah, I would always want to try to play it safe if I'm going in at low HP. Hey, look, it's that Snake lookalike guy again.
Yep. And now we get... the ninja. I thought that'd be a lot shorter. I'm sorry. I was hoping that like cutscene to like not drag for so long. I'm like, okay.
No, dude, that was so worth it.
Okay. All right, so to kind of paraphrase what's going on, we have to go to an informant called Ames. He's in the Shell 1 core. We have to disguise ourselves as the enemies. So I have the uniform. I'm just missing the actual gun for it. So we have to go and find it. Thankfully, it's very close by. It's in Strat F.
Yeah, because in order to access the core, we need not only the outfit and the weapon, but we have to pass a camera check for the elevator, and so the weapon and the uniform are both required. And on very easy, the weapon is actually not only in Strat F, but it's also in the Shell 1 core in the locker room that's off to the side. Some guard just, I don't know, left it there, saying, hey, you know, did you leave your weapon at home? Here, you can just borrow mine. But on European Extreme, they're like, yeah, sorry, but you're gonna have to go and get it.
All right.
I need some help. Oh, what happened? I got it. Send reinforcements.
Ooh.
Okay.
Oh boy.
I'll do this. I'll do a safer strat for that. So I was trying to min-max in terms of like getting down as fast as possible by doing a punch, but I got it a little too early, so I'm gonna do a full punch kick now. So that's all right.
Ah, so that's what it was. Okay.
Yeah, I was just trying to like super optimize.
Who is that?
That's fine. All right. Got our alert out of the way, got our continue out of the way. All the nerves are gone now. And just play the game as normal now. Because that was the one thing I was like super anxious about, was getting an alert and getting a continue. Now they're both out of the way. So now, I have to go over to the Shell 1 core.
You got this.
Thanks.
Man, I always get nervous trying to cross the bridge with the mines like that.
Yeah,
Like
I've bumped into them a handful of times. It's not fun. All right, we're just gonna casually go through this. So in this area, there's a lot of things to do to speed up these first two rooms, but the risk versus reward for them is not very favorable. So I'm just gonna be doing the bog standard stuff that you would probably see, except for this. I will do this because this is a bit faster. So by holding this guy up, prevents a cutscene from actually being played because they're going to call it a caution because someone got held up. Because if you don't do this, then that guy will actually cause you to have too many cutscenes, and it's kind of annoying, especially whenever you're trying to go through this area fast.
Oh yeah, like I think once with the parakeet, and then the other is that guy that's running around in circles.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
I love how that guy's just staring at the wall like so serious.
Yep. Make sure that wall doesn't move.
Yeah, man, nothing's getting past me. Excuse us, sir, but we need to borrow your face.
Yep.
You are cleared to enter.
And for the game's lore perspective, you have to find someone with a pacemaker, and that's why we got the D mic. To be more direct, look for the guy with a mullet. He's the only guy in here with a mullet. I'm hoping he's on the right or left side so I can showcase something cool. Ah, okay.
You're Ames, aren't you?
Yep, there he is.
Oh, was it gonna be the D-mic glitch?
Yeah, I was hoping to like show that off if like he was in like the bad spot.
Yeah, so for the lore of what's going on at the moment, so like we need to figure out where President Johnson is being held in the facility, and Ames is the Secret Service agent that was keeping tabs on where he was at, and now we just learned that he is in Shell 2. It was paraphrasing, it was like, oh, sorry, Raiden, but the princess is in another castle, which that being President Johnson pointing us to
Princess Johnson
to Shell 2. that was just my lame impression of trying to do the, you know, the Mario Brothers meme of like, sorry, Mario, but your princess is in another castle.
And
And then,
now,
you know,
Gonna backtrack
yes.
here to start F for the PSG-1 because now we need a sniper rifle.
Who's that?
Man, dude, this strut has everything in here.
Yeah, it's great. There's even an RGB6, which you'll never use in a speedrun, but it's here.
Well, unless
Thanks.
if you're crazy enough to take out the rays with the RGB6, like Platonic Guy is.
Yeah. I can't believe he did Harrier SOCOM only.
Oh,
What a mad lad. I think it was a little over 2 hours, I think, to do that.
Yeah, something like that.
That's horrible.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I wish I could just wake up one day and be like, you know what, the game's just not hard enough.
Yeah, right. Let me just make it harder.
But you know what? I mean, Platonic Guy's got the record and very easy to prove it. So, I mean, my virtual hat is tipping to Platonic Guy if they're out there listening. They're actually like just shy of like 3 seconds of getting like the first sub-hour run in very easy on MGS2 PC. It's like that optimized after like all these years.
All right, let's hope I don't blow up this entire bridge. I felt like that should have blown up the entire bridge, but I am lucky. Okay. Whew. I feel like I make that harder than it has to be.
Those seagulls always make me nervous.
Yeah.
I was gonna say they're the bigger threat. I can't tell you how many times I've had them block a shot, especially on those moving ciphers.
There we go.
Oh, I hate that one down there.
Yeah. All right, and now probably the most annoying fight in the run in terms of like things can go wrong very quickly.
Oh, please don't let it be a hindy. Oh, thank goodness it's not. Oh, wait, it's a Harrier.
Even worse. So
it's a 5.
with that,
Nice.
yeah, so 5-shot there is preferred. It's pretty much the maximum damage that you can get. He's gonna do a flyover here. Ooh, I don't like that angle. Am I gonna get lucky? Nope. Okay. I'm 1 shot behind, but that's okay. Not the end of the world. So he just says die. We can skip that cutscene and fire to get a good shot off. All right, we're only 1 shot behind, which is great. And now we have to hope that Snake and Otacon do not block my shot here.
I'll let you go at it.
But they're trying to help.
What the?
Oh, that's a bad dive.
Shot.
Oh, I still got him. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, you even got the follow-up.
Oh, that's
nice. Yeah, so again, he's just using the same technique during the fortune fight, but here to, evade the, the missile barrage. Oh, I hate it when it does that.
That missile took forever to explode.
Oh.
Oh, okay. If you're quick enough, that can work.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, rip 13 seconds.
All right. I mean, all things considered, that was good.
That was
Yeah,
still
I was gonna
really
say
clean.
even despite that, it was a really good fight. You got, the 5+1, well, I think you were trying to go for 5+2, but 5+1 is still really hard to do.
Yeah.
Plus all the overhead shots every time it passes over. So like for people wondering with the Harrier, like where does the RNG fit in, other than the shots that you make on it, is the flight patterns that it takes when it dives from one side of the bridge to the other, whether if it goes up and high or if it goes down low or if it goes behind buildings, or sometimes it goes behind the crane, and it makes the follow-up shots either possibly hitting it maybe like 2 to 3 times or maybe only getting 1. And it's just something we have no control over, including when it does that little dip, when it was in that hover mode.
Yeah, that's the worst. Another thing that I forgot to mention is that the BDU is like semi-camouflage, to where it'll actually make it to where the like guards will not notice you as soon as they should. I know there's an exact percentage. I can't recall off the top of my head right now, unfortunately, but that's why I had the BDU on in that particular room right there.
Yeah, you'll get spotted if you don't have it. And believe me, I've done it by mistake countless times. Oh!
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh my god.
Keeping y'all on
pretty
edge.
close.
Keeping y'all on edge. Hope y'all are still awake.
Oh my god, man. You know,
No.
like I'm sweating. I'm not even running the game after seeing you do that.
All right, so we have a sleeping president, which is a problem. So we got to go wake him up. We could wake him up right now, but the problem is we have to progress through because the floor has been electrified, kind of like MGS1, I guess. So there's Nikita downstairs, thankfully, but we have to swim, which we did earlier, but now we're actually going to swim for real this time. Although the next time that we're down here, I'm not going to swim for real, and that'll make more sense once we get down here again. But first, we have to learn about swimming again, even though we already learned it earlier. And I don't know whose idea it was to put some, you know, mines inside of this flooded area, but there are a couple here for whatever reason or another.
Yep, there's the Nikita and those mines on European Extreme. It's a one-hit kill.
Instant, yep, no matter what health you're at. All right, so now that we have the Nikita, we're just gonna have Nikita and Stinger missile. Because this guy's a really heavy sleeper, so we really gotta wake him up. So we're just gonna casually fire a missile to the wall, and hopefully that wakes him up. Let's see what he responds with. Oops. Oh, he's not that bothered by it, I guess.
You know, that's what I'm gonna demand whenever I stay at a nice place, is be like, yeah, I want to complimentary wake up by missile.
Yeah, just shoot the wall next to me with the missile, and then I'll get up right away.
What is...
Yeah, so the main reason to do that is that if you don't do that, one, he'll be asleep, but also if you're too slow getting here, he will run towards where you're firing at and fall over on the ground. Which the weird thing is that if he's on the ground, he will take splash damage and like he will die. But if he ducks and he's like on his like, you know, knees, he won't die. I don't know why it's like that. That doesn't make any sense, but it's just the way that 2001 games were, you know, so.
Yeah, it's complete like backwards logic. I never understood it. You know,
And,
so like the next
fortunately, he's
time man,
he's
you're
dead
kidding
anyway.
me. After all of
Sorry.
that,
We just met him, I know.
I took these photos 2 years ago. I know.
No, I
these
didn't.
Pictures.
Mine were way different than that. I forget which version, because I think one of them does pull from the tanker, but I think it's... Is it PS2 version? I don't know. I'm gonna have to look, because like one of them does pull your like photos from the tanker if you do tanker through plant. But for some reason in like Master Collection or I guess HD versions or a certain version, it'll just have that like stock top image photo for some reason.
yeah, I think in VSpix it'll actually pull like the last photo that you took.
Oh, that's
Which
that's-
is that's the Substance PC port, but on HD collection, I think it's just just that stock photo. Because you're right. I mean, you know, I remember taking those photos, and mine looked nothing like that.
right. All right, Joe, you want to explain swim glitch while I don't swim and try to do this in one try?
All right. So what Brackett's gonna do is he's gonna swim on an angle against this wall, and it's gonna slowly, you know, lift him up in the air where he's now air swimming again, just like he did, you know, at the beginning of the game, as a mean. But now this time we're doing it as a means to take a more direct shortcut over to the filtration room where Vamp is lying in wait. And yep, this is definitely the way that it looks. Getting there, because as soon as he surfaces, we touch the loading zone for the room, and just like that, there we are. And there's Vamp.
Very nicely done.
Thank you. Oh boy, here we go. So you'll see me just punch him and stay right on top of him. Casually speaking, this is one of the hardest bosses in European Extreme. Thankfully, we can just cheese him like by doing this. You just have to avoid that knife because it is a one-hit kill.
Yeah,
Once you see the letter A, it's over.
Yeah, oh yeah, I was gonna say, I could definitely vouch for the fact that this is like one of the hardest fights to do casually if you don't do that cheese strat with the knifing.
Yeah.
Because like the throwing knives deal, trying to think, like I think it's like 2 hits from a throwing knife, you're dead, and then a one slash and it's an insta kill. So it's a very unforgiving fight. And if you're a lunatic like me, you can actually get more than, like 8 punches on him like per cycle, but it's very risky. I have died countless times doing it. So if you're trying to save even just a little bit of time, there is a few setups that you could lure Vamp in with the coolant rise tech. But just be prepared. It's that huge risk, maybe very little reward.
Oh yeah, this is Otacon sister, by the way. Kind of glanced over that. So she's a very important plot device here, and she was being stranded here, and we have to go and rescue her. And Vamp was essentially guarding her and like stopping us from like progressing further. So that's why we even had to fight Vamp in the first place.
Yeah, so important that we just, Oh yeah, I thought you were just gonna leave her there and just go into the next room.
Oh yeah, I can't do that, can I? Sorry, I'm not thinking straight. Sorry.
It's all good. It's like the one only time where we can actually like ditch her and like the game just pretends like you took her in with you. It just saves you a few seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah, but now we actually have to, drag her around.
Unfortunately, yeah. The one downside to this as a speed game is that once you get to this part of the game, it's kind of drags in terms of pacing a bit, but then it ramps up towards the very end. So, but now that I think about it, I think most Metal Gear games have this issue, or like this like design, if you play them fast, where it's like really good pacing, some part towards the middle or like the end, it kind of gets a bit slow, and then towards the end, then it kind of ramps up again. It's kind of an interesting thing.
Now that you say that, I think it's like you have the PAL key process in MGS1, you have this section here, then you have the, I guess, the EVA escort and bike chase. Yeah. And then in 4, it's, hell, it's half of Act 3.
Yeah, the entire act, this Act 3.
Yeah, I run the game, folks, but I'm just saying it right now. Following the guy around in Act 3 of MGS4, it does get old after a while.
And Emma does not like bugs, so to help her conquer her fear, we're going to gently hug her and just get her right past here.
She's fine.
Yeah. And I should do this strat because it's named after myself, so I'm going to do teleportation. This is something that I came up with, gosh, what was this, 2018, 2019, so long ago. So essentially, if you leave Emma in a certain part here, and then you ditch her, and you just leave the area, she'll teleport to certain parts of the room, depending on where it is that like you leave her at. If you leave her in that room in particular, and you leave and come back, she'll be in the president's room. So she's more skilled than I am at trying to sneak around because, she needs help walking around, and like she made it all the way over there in like, a couple seconds. That's pretty impressive.
I don't know, maybe she has stealth camouflage like, like Otacon does.
Oh, yeah, true.
That is another one that I did not know.
I'm not even sure if it's faster. I mean, obviously, if you want to do Emma Zip, that's probably the fastest thing to do. But running through here normally versus teleportation, I'm not sure which is faster, but it's named after me, so I got to do it.
Yeah, I think it might be a little bit faster than just dragging her around, but unfortunately, because we're on console, we can't really do the Emma Zip where we would like bump her out of bounds in the corner of an elevator. But you know, it's yeah, I think I still have like save data that's actually like that's bookmarked as like teleportation on VSfix.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like in the text notes, like on for MGS2 Substance, like it actually has it like as teleportation.
Oh, that must be a really old save pack from like 2020.
Yeah.
And just like Trap Grenade is doing wonders here.
You know, it almost sounds like there's a guard like trying to go someplace, but we can't really tell. Oh, except for that one that tried shooting you.
Yeah, what the heck, man? Like, I'm in a cutscene. Leave me alone. Also, it's funny that they can't locate the soldier because if you look at the actual like layout of the room, there's only 2 soldiers. They're like one that shot at me. The other one is on the rooftop that is inaccessible. Like he's just stuck up there forever. And if you get a what do you call it? A like
detection
status of like detection. He'll be running in place against the railing constantly. It's weird. He's just stuck up there forever. He's just bound to there and cannot leave and cannot do anything. So of course they can't find him.
Yeah, because like he's leaning on the railing with binoculars, and if you get spotted while the chaff goes off, they are scripted to try to use the radio, and if that's you know, impossible, then they're scripted to quote unquote leave to try to call for help, but because he's on the railing, he gets stuck. So you just see him running in place endlessly. It's absolutely hilarious.
Now Twilight Sniping.
Time for a
Which
jam
is
session.
Yep. Another auto scroller just like Fortune, except it's I don't know, about like 9 times as long. I'll get that later. Thankfully for those claymores, we can just get those at any time before Emma goes over there, so it's no big deal.
Yeah, there was like one particular mine in that third water bridge that I despise the most. It's the one that's like half sticking out and
I fell over.
Yeah, maybe she's camera shy.
I will say, not sure if it's like an epilepsy warning, but I will be flopping back and forth to save my aim so I don't have to use a pentasmin, so there will be some flickering a little bit. I do apologize in advance, and I'll try not to do it unless I absolutely have to. Because whenever you swap between both of them, it kind of like zooms out and then like shows you the scope again, but to stabilize, if you spam swap, then it'll blink and stabilize your shot, but... Is that all the claymores? I think so. Let me double check. Yep.
No,
all the claymores are gone.
I'm pretty sure you got them all.
Yeah.
Yeah, like there's one that sticks out like halfway that like casually it's like a beginner's trap, like it's really easy to miss.
Don't worry, I will check about 3 more times because, you know, I never want to have her, you know, trip over this. So even though I'm like, okay, it's fine, whenever she gets like this part, I will still look again and just quadruple check myself.
I mean, I've had lost a run because of that before, just as an FYI.
Yep.
It's like, did I get all the mines? Nope.
Gosh, I'm trying to remember what year it was. It was I had like 2017, 2018, 2019, that era. Like I was in a race and someone forgot the claymores over here and had to go all the way back. I'm trying to remember who it was. It was like Pythonicus maybe was in that race, but I don't think it was him. It was a long time ago, but yeah. But ever since then, like that happened to like that person in like particular, I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna like annoyingly check to make sure I'm good.
Yeah, because any continues here, chat, you have to do this whole segment over. You know, and it's not fun.
I have a question. How are we doing on estimates? Like, are we decently on like estimate right now? I guess.
I can tell you that you're currently on 51 minutes.
As of right now?
Yes.
Okay, then I won't do it. Okay, because there's a little Easter egg that will take like a minute and a half, but I don't. Things can go wrong towards the end of the game, and and if they do go wrong, I would rather it be within the time frame. So that's fine. Another day.
Well, I mean, there's another demic that you could do that may not take up as much time, but I mean, I'm probably like only one of the few people that actually do it in the run.
Oh, is that the snake one?
Yeah.
Oh, sure, I'll do that. Sure, why not?
Yeah, the one with Johnny is hilarious, but like Bracken said, it's a really lengthy codec, and you know, so yeah, given the nature of what's gonna be coming up later, you know, trying to keep things you know on track with the estimate. But the demic with Snake is it's well, we'll let Snake yeah. Wait, that's right, he's Snake. Man, what am I saying?
Oh, no.
Man, I thought he was Pliskin. He was Pliskin this whole time, man. Oh my god, man, he's actually Snake. Man, my mind is blown, chat. I can't believe this.
Deception in a Metal Gear game? What are you talking about?
Yeah, nice and clear.
Well, let's see how clear we actually hear you, Snake. Oh, wait. Hold on. I don't want them to listen in.
Just a little more. Phew.
Anything else?
Not bad at all.
What do you mean by that?
Do I need to clear things with Otacon before I ask her out?
Whoa, 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 Snake. All right, no more claymores. I had to check again.
Yeah, Snake is he's got his mind on the mission, right?
By far one of the easiest bosses in the game is shoot the leg, shoot the other leg, and repeat, and that's it. Now, how is he bleeding from that? I don't know, because in the cutscene he's like bleeding profusely, but he should just be having like, you know, his like fall asleep from all that.
Yeah, Vamp is the guy that just doesn't want to go down, and you know, sometimes you just gotta fill his legs with tranquilizers to make the point known.
But he's definitely dead this time, right?
Yeah, he won't pop up again in like another game, right?
MGS4?
Oh no.
Oh.
It's always MGS4, isn't it? All right, let me be mindful of the tiles here, because how you exit Show Core affects how these tiles are on European Extreme. So if you are haphazardly walking around there, then you have to deal with the consequences of your actions later on, which is kind of hilarious.
Yeah, I made that mistake too. Be like, oh yeah, I left the bridge open, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so now we're done with the
Arsenal.
Yeah, with our with sniping, and now we're going on to the probably, in my opinion, the sweatiest part of the run, which is Arsenal gear.
While, hasn't it? Jack the Ripper.
You know this fellow?
Hey, I recognize this room.
You remember me, don't you? You've grown.
Wait a minute, is this like an MGS1 mod?
Concentration of
Oh wait, hold up.
Wait, I have to hit action button repeatedly.
I actually forgot how good, I forgot how good you were at mashing.
Yeah. Is it just me, or was it Master Collection that they took away the symbols? Because I noticed that the other day where it says press action repeatedly instead of like showing you like the triangle symbol.
They're bound to find you.
I could have sworn it always just shows the symbol of like the console.
Brace yourself.
Yeah, I think in Master Collection they rewrote that.
Just an action. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Because in MGS1 on the Switch, it's pretty hilarious what they did. They, instead of saying, you know, press the circle button, it's, you know, press the regain button to regain your strength. Or if you want to listen to the codec, press the codec button, which it displays like the minus symbol on the Joy-Con.
Oh, also, we're
He's
naked now. Dear Lord, man. And Colonel's going kind of crazy. We're gonna ignore him. We're gonna just try and get through this room. This room isn't too bad, but if you mistime a roll, things get kind of wacky. So hopefully I don't speak that into existence just now and I miss this roll, but I won't miss this roll because... No, I missed the roll. Well...
Yeah, that's the infamous, yeah, it's like the infamous Jejunum gap, which is if you cartwheel up and over, you know, it'll save you the hassle of having to, you know, presume from the ground floor, you know, because like everything is timed with the patrol cycle and the camera sweeps going from side to side.
That's fine. That's fine. I already lost Big Boss at this point. I just want to get through the room. That's fine.
Yeah, good point. Man, there's just something not right about that Colonel.
Yeah. Let's listen to see what you have to say. Maybe we can make sense of it. Okay, never mind.
Anyone?
I believe that those are the train stations in Tokyo that are also uttered during the hallway going to Gray Fox. I want to say, but don't quote me on that.
Yeah, I remember it being like different train stops. And I think the thing with Gray Fox, I thought I read someplace that it was... I thought it was like listing off like different like the different like DNA structures of like the helix, double helix.
Oh yeah.
It was like it was something I read like in the master book and master collection. It's actually got some really useful information, stuff I didn't even know about after, you know, years of you know, playing these games. Oh wow, look at that, man. It is Snake.
He's breathing on me. He's fogging up my non-existent glasses. He's fogging up my irises, I guess.
Man, he's just standing there menacingly. I mean, isn't he?
All right, Joe. Oh, sorry, Nick. One thing I forgot to mention before we started is, for Tengu 2, can I be deafened? Is that okay?
Pass it on to the future.
Because I have to listen to a like music cue.
That's your problem.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Sorry, I should have mentioned that earlier, and I just now thought of it about it just now. Sorry.
No, that's cool. You should be able to do that in the Discord server.
Okay.
All right, so we got Tengu 1. It's one of 2 scripted encounters in Arsenal Gear. Just gonna, you know, use the cardboard box to, you know, avoid the stagger of being shot at while using stun grenades to clear the way up to the door. You know, and while saving the last one to do a, you know, Prozac skip into that door, which, you know, very nicely done. And now we got Tengu 2, which he's going to be using the music soundtrack of, you know, this encounter here. And what he's going to be doing is putting Snake to sleep with the M9. You know, because we figured, hey, you know, he's had a long day, he could use a nap. But what we're really doing is luring all the Tengu guards over to where Raiden is with the coolant spray. And, you know, Bracken is just going to be rinse and repeating this for about like 1:05 to 1:10 from the start of this encounter. And what we're trying not to do is eliminate any of the Tengus, because the game, for some reason, doesn't really quite understand why, you know, Tengus from the first wave haven't been eliminated yet, because there are a total of 128 Tengus that would spawn in on European Extreme, but that takes way too long to do of an encounter conventionally. So what we're doing is we're trying to trick the game into thinking, hey, we held these guys up like this for over a minute and we're gonna like attack them, pretend like we did something. The game's like, yeah, you're right, you know, we're just gonna give the other 100 Tengus a break, which is really the game's way of saying, hey, you're trying to cheat the game, so we're just gonna end the encounter. And you know, and that's, let's see if he got it. Yep, that's it.
Very nice. It's such a bizarre skip.
Not a bad idea.
Yeah, like it was originally found on PS2, you know, and then over the years, like people just started to, you know, utilize that in current versions of MGS2 with the understanding if it was really any faster than, you know, other methods, which, as it turns out, it actually is faster, doing it that way with the coolant spray. Because let me tell you, it's like an agonizing like 3 to 4 minutes, like actually like fighting it out, even with Snake's help.
Jack, I'm sorry to see you reduced to one of the Patriots' puppets.
Thank you for explaining, Joe. Appreciate it.
Their plan too. Solid Snake's sudden appearance, your arrival.
We get one of the best lines in the game during this cutscene.
Smoke out the agent before the mission entered the final phase. You came in handy. As bait. Jack, those days during this
I love that line delivery.
as they come. Every day was absolute.
I was always disappointed that Solidus only really appears in 2.
From it. And now
He's such a wonderful character.
by something less than real.
All right, time to take down 20 rays.
Woo! Let's see it.
Yeah, so like with the Tengus, the number of rays that you have to deal with also increase based on difficulty, which on European Extreme is a whopping 20 life bars worth of damage. And what I mean by that is that because we're fighting multiple rays, the damage could be spread out accordingly, which, you know, depending on, you know, how you space them out, it can actually count as, you know, like killing multiples at a time, which I'll explain that when we get near the end of this. And what Bracken's trying to do now is set up what we call the loop, where we're going to take out the first 3 rays in a particular order while then setting up damage on rays A4 and A5 respectively, that you see in the upper left corner of your screen. And so what we're going to try to do is, you know, rotate damage between one ray that's due to jump up on the stage and one that is waiting in the wings. And the ray with the lowest HP is always going to be the one that's up next. And we use that to our benefit by, you know, again, trying to deal damage to the ray with like the lowest HP and then try to balance that damage out to a ray off to the side. And unfortunately, he hit one ray and the opposite leg, which, you know, is gonna mess up the loop a little bit, but, you know, he should be able to get it back on track. Because see, now the next ray is like trying to line up to jump up, but because it's not low enough health, it's going to wait until that other ray that he just got, and there you go. So now the loop is, you know, reinitiated. And then what we're trying to get is, you know, having those 2 rays right there, like isolated to that corner, while again just swapping damage between the ray that's on stage and then swapping to the rays that are off stage accordingly. You know, and in a matter of speaking, yeah, you just do that and rinse and repeat for about, I think it's like 4.5 to 5 minutes on console.
Yeah, something like that.
And I think there was a loop that came out just recently by Azu that I still have to study, which he did it on VSFix, the substance port, where he was able to clock it at like, it was like 4 minutes 10, which is absolutely insanely good for this encounter on Euro.
The fact that these rays just don't even get a chance to attack.
Aw. I don't like the positioning of that guy.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, the Rays could do some, like, really nasty attacks if you give them the opportunity. And, you know, there's one attack in particular that always scares me, which is the infamous, like, knee missiles. You know, because, like, they're lock-on and they're very hard to dodge unless if you're, like, really good at timing it with a cartwheel.
Falling out of the loop a little bit, but this is still working out fairly well.
Yeah, I mean, you got it under control.
Yeah.
You know, it's when the Rays go into this, like, chaotic free-for-all is where, you know, all hell breaks loose. And not only just that, but, like, you know, the amount of time that you lose trying to get it back on track is, you know, pretty substantial. I've actually lost good runs because of, like, you know, messing up the loop at the wrong time. But Brynken's doing a, fairly proficient job at, you know, keeping the loop intact and, you know, making, you know, corrections along the way if he has to.
Oh, well, that dead guy just... Oh,
I hate it when that happens.
Yeah, so that one died, and it blocked my shot for the one that I wanted to hit. So... now we got this guy on stage. That's gonna be kind of annoying. Oh. I'm not gonna bother with that. I'm just gonna deal with this guy. All right, well, here's some chaos, folks. So, ooh. Oh wow, I can't believe that actually worked. Oh no. Yes, just stare at me. Do not do anything with missiles, please. Machine guns are fine. Missiles, no.
Yeah, because again, at this health, folks, even with the body armor, missiles and water cannon attacks are insta-kills.
All right.
Yeah, I think that should be it.
Good job. Oh, it's such a gauntlet.
Are you awake yet, Jack?
Oh, but you failed to save, boss. It happens.
Yeah, reset.
I admit that I underestimated you.
So on the HE versions of the game, this has been lowered down to 15 seconds on all difficulties. Also, for whatever reason, they give you a very easy health bar from this point to the end of the game. So even though we're on European Extreme, we have a very easy health bar, which is an interesting design choice. But on OG console, this is 60 seconds.
Man, I am just jealous of your mashing abilities.
Unfortunately, the DualSense is not the best matching controller. I will say DS4 and non-DualShock, or what do you call it? The like digital PS2 ones are fine, or I guess the DualShock 1. But yeah, DualSense controller matching on it is a bit finicky at times, I feel. All right, and so this is the last boss of the game, Solidus. It's a very straightforward fight. Essentially, I'm going to be punching him and then attacking him on his good side because he has a like eye patch, right? So that's gonna get him to block my attack, and then I'm just gonna keep on looping that for the entire time. And I'll let Joe explain the rest of it because there's some other nuances with it too.
Yeah, so we didn't get to see this because, you know, we're skipping, you know, the cutscenes, but Solidus lost an eye during the fight, during the Harrier earlier in the game. So he has a blind spot, which is on his left eye, and we use that to our advantage by exploiting his good eye, so he's scripted to block and then kick as a response. But then before he even has a chance to kick, we just swap to his good eye again, you know, trigger a block, and then we just go over to his blind spot, repeat a, you know, 2-punch followed by a 1, because if you tap 3 times, it'll do a kick combo and that knocks him over, and we don't want to, you know, break him out of this you know, this loop that he's got him under right now, at least up until like just under 50% when he goes into the second phase.
Yep, they'll be right here.
Man. Yeah, man. I hate this camera.
Yeah. Horror camera angles, like horror game angles.
Really nice phase 1 though.
Yeah, it's a shame that this boss is kind of like fairly easy to deal with as like the climax of like the game, but it's a very trivial boss fight, unfortunately, for like speedrunning. Well, okay. Oh. Ah!
Oh, no people's elbow.
I thought that he was gonna do the like big slash, that's why I ran out of the way and he faked me out.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, if you're really daring, you can actually try to like swing your blade like as he's charging you. But that's if you want to live dangerously. You know, save maybe like half a second.
Also, for those who didn't think that Metal Gear's lore was crazy enough already, not only is Solidus Raiden's adoptive father, not only is he the 3rd clone of Big Boss, he's also the former president of the United States. I always love that little tidbit.
And they're fighting on top of Federal Hall in New York City.
All very normal things in normal life.
And time. Sorry, I should have said time's coming up. All right.
Do you remember?
Well done. And that was a really good phase 2 as well.
Of course.
Once you got into the loop.
This is where we first met.
Brilliant.
For now.
Oh, looks like I finished pretty well with an estimate. That's good.
Yeah, we've got a time of 1 hour, 12 minutes, and 29 seconds.
All right. Well, I'd like to thank Nick for inviting me on for this show here on GDQ Hotfix. Thanks, Joe, for being my right-hand man here. I could not have done this without you, especially during the sections where I have to lock in and concentrate. You were able to flawlessly explain everything. I do appreciate that.
Are you talking about?
Yeah, anytime. You know, it's always a pleasure.
The genes aren't the only thing you pass on.
Where can people find you, Bracken? And what are you up to at the moment?
It's up to
so you can find me on my Twitch channel, Bracken, which is BRAKK0N. I've actually gotten back into streaming because I haven't been streaming as much. I still kind of play here and there, but I want to get back into especially playing this game, as well as doing like other stuff. But yeah, you can find me on my Twitch channel is where I'll mainly be. I'm gonna probably be streaming at least multiple times per week. So if you like Metal Gear like we saw here today, feel free to give me a follow. Also, we have the MGSR Discord server if you want to run this game or MGS 1, 3, even 4, because that one's getting, you know, a new port soon along with Peace Walker. You can join the MGSR Discord server. You can find that on speedrun.com. But yeah, feel free to join, ask questions. We've got many people in the community that are willing to help anyone at any skill level. So, you know, if it's like your first time getting into it, or like if you play this game for a while and you kind of want to learn the speed run, feel free to join in.
Joe?
Yeah, I was just gonna echo pretty much what he said. You know, just you know, thanks for having us on your program. And you know, if you ever want to learn to speedrun Metal Gear, you know, definitely check out the MGSR Discord. Again, doesn't matter what skill level or experience you have. But if you're on very easy or European extreme, you know, we help everyone of all skill levels and backgrounds. And you know, that's all I got.
Well, thank you both so much for being here and for showcasing MGS2. It's always a pleasure to have Metal Gear on the channel. It's a series very close to my heart, so thank you both so much. All right, folks. With that is the end of not only the end of another episode of Fast Travel, but the end of the season, because we're going on a bit of a break. We will be back in September because we have got Flame for Tells, we have got Gamescom, GDQ's first trip to Europe, and we've got PAX as well. But we will be back in September. In fact, if I can find it, I can tell you if I can remember exactly which date I'll be back on, I will tell you. It is Friday the 25th of September will be the start of the next season of Fast Travel. So if you want to showcase, if you're someone from a particular part of the world, maybe you're someone who runs a game that is set or developed in an area that you live in, or maybe you have showcased your speed game at a local marathon, then get in touch. Let me know. You can find me on Blue Sky, you can find me on Discord, or of course there is the form to complete on the GDQ Hotfix website, and submit your game to Fast Travel. Let's get you on the show in our new season, where we'll be celebrating 1 year of Fast Travel when we return in September. But that is going to be it for this episode and for this season. Don't go anywhere though, because Passion Project is coming up after the break. So until September, I have been Nick RP Green. Thank you so much for being here and for taking this journey with me. And we'll see you again in September.